And we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
And Sterno Supernova.
What's going on there, Sterno?
Nothing much, Boogie. How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right. I am getting over sickness, as you know.
Yes, I do.
For the past 2 weeks, I've been a little under the weather.
Yep. Sorry about that.
Yes, I blame you.
I know. I was feeling sick before you, and
because I was.
I'm sorry about that.
I was feeling fine 2 weeks ago. We go to a party. We go to something.
The
next day, I had plans and everything. I could not get out of bed. Fever, dizzy.
And I got sick the same as you, but at a far lesser from what you're describing.
Yeah, I said, hey, I was sick. And you said, I was sick too. I said, were you sick the day before? You sore throat too the next day.
And then I was like, yeah, I got up, and when I was sick, I took a couple of days off from work, and
so did I.
And I was like, I made some chicken soup, and you're like, I couldn't get out of bed. I'm like,
I could not get up.
I'm sorry.
I was dizzy, fever. I was sneezing. My chest was so congested. I was coughing up loogies, like thick loogies.
Damn, you really I had nothing. I mean, it was bad, but not as bad as what
you're you know when you're coughing up that thick stuff, the green stuff.
Yeah.
It's like thick like glue. I was hawking it up, and it was like slime. It wasn't, it was.
Yeah, it like sticks to stuff too. Sometimes.
Yeah, I could throw it against the wall, and it would stick.
Yeah. So,
like glue.
Did we have the flu? Was that what that was?
I don't know. I mean, I looked it up. There was a lot of symptoms of the flu. But I've had
it didn't feel fluish to me. Like it felt different.
I've looked it up. The same week I was watching the news. And there was mosquitoes found with West Nile in our area.
Wait, what is West Nile symptoms?
I know. I don't know.
I've never worried about West Nile for some reason. Even though
I don't know either. Although I do worry about it, but I don't know what it does.
Oh my Lord!
So I looked it up. I'm like, hey, maybe. Actually, this is before you told me you got me sick.
Right.
But
so he wasn't. I never got bit by a mosquito. So.
I looked it up. I was like, hey, maybe I got West Nile virus because they found mosquitoes in our area.
Right.
With the West Nile virus.
Right.
And it's a flu-like symptoms. I'm like, hey.
But did you get bit by a mosquito?
Well, and I kept reading. There was other things. But they say like there's a big percentage of people who don't even feel the effects of West Nile virus. Like if you get bit by a mosquito with it, you don't feel it, or you don't catch effects of it.
So you just
there's a big chunk
of
people.
You're a carrier without actually getting the symptoms.
But then there's also a chunk of people who just get, a cold.
Yeah.
And then there are people who get major diarrhea and near death.
Wasn't me, no.
But basically, I'm just saying there's a big spectrum of people.
Right. So how are you supposed to even know if you got West Nile?
I know.
When people ask me what I had, I said I had a really nasty cold.
So do I.
Some kind of bug. I don't know what it was.
I don't say I got the flu because I don't think it was the flu.
Neither do I.
But
I've had the flu many times.
But I've also had the cold. This was bigger than a cold.
That's why I added the nasty part to it, a little modifier, because it was really nasty. But yeah, anyway.
Like I said, I had a headache, big headache. I don't get headaches with colds. I also don't get fevers with colds.
Yeah, my big thing was cold sweats, and like I wake up, my pillow is drenched, my hair's all wet.
Yep.
Like, oh my god,
had that too.
Yeah, and it's funny because I had I thought I was done with the cold, but then it was the snagging cough and runny nose. So I went to get some Dayquil and some other some high C, what am I going to call it? Some Gatorade or some other stuff to I usually get when I get sick. And the cashier goes, "Is this your first bottle of Dayquil or your second bottle? Because if you're up to your third bottle, you should get some antibiotics." So I had that too, and she was like, "It's been going around." She started giving a speech, and I'm like, "No, it's my second bottle, and I'm pretty much done." But she was just like, "Okay, you do better. You feel. I hope you feel good." I'm like, "Thank you." It was just, maybe it's just something that's going around that I don't know. I got, and you're the only other person. I've talked to people that are at that party. You're the only one that got sick besides me.
Lucky me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went through 2 bottles of my generic cough medicine.
Oh.
Because I don't buy the expensive stuff.
Yeah. I
Actually, I told you this before. I buy my cough medicine from Amazon. But I buy it as an add-on product to sometimes if I need to add on $3 to something
throw in
to get to
the
25 or 35 or whatever.
The super shipper, whatever.
Yeah, because some things are add-on price products that.
Yeah.
If you know Prime, you know this stuff.
Yeah.
Even if I have Prime, but some products you still can't get at the super price.
Yeah, it's weird
because you need to get the $25. So I always add on something cheap that's like $2-3, and their cough medicine is like $2. Sometimes it's like $1.50, and there's like a good bottle of.
I mean, I'm sure you're smarter because I mean, I just get it because I know Dayquil, but I know it's basically the same thing as the generic stuff.
Yeah,
there's not much difference. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason it makes you feel better to get Dayquil.
It's funny because I have a stockpile of this stuff, and sometimes on Amazon I'm like, it's actually.
How long does it stay good? I mean,
it's like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And then every now and then I'm like, man, I got so much of this stuff, I should stop getting it. And then a week, and then I get like last week where I go through almost 3 bottles of this stuff. I'm like, oh, my supply is getting diminished.
When I bought my first bottle of Dayquil after I first got sick, I was like, oh man, I think I have a bottle at home. I went home and like had to dig through my medicine closet area, and I found a bottle, but it was like the way wrong color. So I'm like, okay, I need some Dayquil. I don't know. Do you take Dayquil? Well, the equivalent of Dayquil and NyQuil, or just like
it's not Dayquil or NyQuil. It's cough medicine.
Oh, so like Robitussin or
it's like Robitussin.
Okay.
It's basically the equivalent of Robitussin.
Right. You did say like kind of like Robitussin.
It's Tussin. It's Tussin.
Was that Chris Rock who did that one? Tussin?
I don't know, but that's what I get. I get the Tussin from Amazon.
Yeah.
Man, I was sneezing. I went through so many napkins, so many tissues.
Oh God!
Like there had to have been gallons of sipon that came out of my nose, like gallons of the stuff.
Yeah, I use paper towels because I just.
Yeah, because tissues ain't enough.
It goes right through it. It's basically I went through I don't know how many rolls of paper towels, at least 2, for the sickness, and I was like, damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't care if it's rubbing my nose wrong.
Yeah,
it holds more than the tissues.
Yeah,
that's one sneeze and it's already overflowing. It's all over my hands. Like I said, it's thick like glue.
I'm laughing because it happened to me too.
It's nasty. I'd be hawking those loogies out my car window. Back to West Nile, though. Just in case people want to know.
Okay.
The symptoms. 1 in 5 people. Okay, here. So, no symptoms in most people. Most people, 8 out of 10, 80%, infected with West Nile do not develop any symptoms.
Okay.
So it's a good chance we have been infected before and never knew it.
Okay.
1 in 5 people who are infected develop a fever with other symptoms like headaches, body aches, joint aches, joint pains, vomiting, diarrhea, rash. I didn't have no vomiting. I didn't have diarrhea. I normally have eczema, so I don't know if that's normal for me. Yeah. Most people with this type of West Nile virus disease recover completely, but fatigue and weakness can last for weeks or months.
Maybe I have West Nile.
So yeah,
I feel I haven't been able to get like energy back ever. I mean, for the last week or 2.
And then 1 in 150 people who get West Nile get severe illness. Their central nervous system gets infected.
Oh man!
You get encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain.
Yeah.
Or meningitis.
Which is that again?
Inflammation of the membrane surrounding the brain and the spinal cord. So.
Yeah.
And like I said, we might have gotten West Nile before. Maybe
maybe that one. When I asked everybody else, they all might have had West Nile too, but they just didn't have the symptoms. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's possible.
I don't know.
All right.
Like I said, they did find these mosquitoes in our area recently.
Man.
But
I'm not.
And like I said, what I had was more than a cold,
right.
but not exactly the flu.
Yeah.
But it did knock me out.
I'm trying to keep my hypochondriac side of me in check because I know if I go down that path where I start getting worried about it.
Yes.
But, like I said, I only have the sniffles and the cough now. I don't have any. But it's just lingering, which kind of bugs me because I can't seem to knock it out. But it's still enough for me I can still go to work to the displeasure of my coworkers because they have to hear me coughing all the time.
I don't ever hear of people in the Philippines getting colds. I mean, I'm sure they do. But I have a lot of family out there. They never, but then maybe they just never talk about it.
Yeah. Maybe you think we're like weak or talking about being sick or something. I don't know.
And I don't get sick normal. When I get
that's why I was surprised when you told me.
When I get sick, I am sick for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a guy who had perfect attendance in school, in a high school. Like all
4 years?
Yes.
Wow.
Except for like 2 days, which I personally skipped. Wasn't sick. I skipped.
You mean senior skip day?
Yeah, I skipped on senior skip day, and I skipped on another day. That I made my own personal senior skip day.
Right.
The personal l-boogy skip day.
But did you get an award even though you did those?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In fact, our senior skip day came sort of after they give away these awards.
So you got the award, like time to skip, like kind of thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in your lame duck status of high school, your last few weeks of school.
Right.
When basically everything's done, your grades are already set. Nothing you do is gonna screw it up. But.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah. Because like it's kind of like the valedictorian thing, like or going for like your class rankings. Because I was above one of my classmates, and she was trying to catch up to me, but
they stopped it at a certain point.
Yeah, and I was like, and she technically beat me, but it was like too late. And I'm like, sorry, like whatever.
Already ran through the tape.
Yep. Feel bad for you, not really, but oh well. Because she was a bitch about it, so that's pretty much why I don't care.
I don't like you people, anyways.
Yeah.
You people, you valedictorians.
Wait, I didn't say well. Anyway, get it. Anyway, but yeah. Hey, speaking of Amazon, would you buy a barong through Amazon?
Yeah, I'll buy almost anything through Amazon.
So you don't feel like you should buy it from a Filipino source or something like that, or
usually when it's a barong, I assume it's a Filipino source.
Okay, I had to go to a.
I would feel weird if it was sold by a white person.
No. Here's what it was. I went to this. My cousin's kids were going to this Philippine cultural exposition, kind of like banquet night, and one of the people that she had a ticket for just backed out, and she asked me if I wanted to go, and then like oh yeah, sure, and then, how much it costs, blah, blah, blah. And then after I said yeah, I'm gonna go, she said, oh yeah, you have to wear barong, and I'm like, crap, I don't have a barong, I haven't had one since I was in high school.
Oh, I have a closet full.
Well, yeah, I know you. Yeah, I know you do, but I'm not one of the guys. I haven't been to a wedding where I need to wear barong. I usually use tuxedos, and I haven't had to do a formal, debut where they ask for barong. So basically, I didn't have to have one.
Yeah, I have blue, green.
But there's I don't know if there's even stores around here that still sell them.
There are some.
Yeah,
well, they're not barong stores. There are stores that have barongs in them.
Yeah, I mean, I went to one market where they had it, but they didn't have. Like, I'm a big guy, and I'm not gonna, I had to find a big barong, which isn't always easy to find. So
you went to Amazon?
Yeah, because I was just gonna be the one guy that didn't wear barong. If I couldn't find one, I was just gonna wear like a suit or something, which I'd rather not. I'd rather wear barong. So I found one.
Okay.
I did a search for barong, and it came up with these Cuban shirts, which are close. They're not the same material. It's not sheer, but it has the same general design with a. It's not lace, but it has the same kind of designs going down the sides, and it was white, and it was passable. People would think it's a barong.
I wouldn't, but go ahead. Because I actually do know this stuff. I actually know. Yeah, I know Cuban shirts and.
I know, so that's what I'm saying. It was a Cuban shirt. It was good enough to pass. People were like, yeah, I went to the event. It was fine, but for some reason I just felt bad about it. I mean, I never said, hey, look at my barong. And besides, if it was an actual barong, it was one of the plainer ones, because people nowadays have the faded and different colors. And,
like I said, I got a closet full.
Yeah,
so
exactly. But I don't know. I mean, I just felt I got it through Amazon. I was kind of happy about it because it was quick and it wasn't that expensive. But I don't know if I felt right. Like I sort of felt like a poser. But I'm Filipino. I am.
You know where you can get one?
Where?
Online, Barong Warehouse. It's a place called Barong Warehouse.
Is it quick? I needed a 2-day turnaround. That's the thing.
No, it wouldn't have been 2 days. It would have been like a week.
I couldn't have done that.
But
I mean, I knew there was places to get it online.
Well, you should get one.
Now I need to get one. Yeah, for next time. Yes. What you're saying. Yeah, I get you. But I'm thinking
it's not going to be the last time you wear barong, I don't think.
I'd gone like a decade or two without wearing a barong. So I mean, because they're usually this barong optional or something. We're
going to a party next month. You can wear a barong. But you're probably going to wear a suit. Could you prefer a suit? Even though it's August and it'll be 90 degrees outside.
Is it a barong kind of event?
It's a formal event. But barongs.
Was it on the invite?
It doesn't have to be on the invite. They're Filipino, and we know this. Watch.
Right.
We're not going to say anything, but I mean, I'm not going to ask them. But watch.
Right.
Half the crowd's going to be in Barongs
Okay.
for this formal event that we're going to. This Filipino formal event, or a formal event for a Filipino. I'm actually wearing a suit because I need to match something, but
Okay.
you can wear barong for this event.
And they would be preferable in the heat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe you want to wear your Cuban shirt again.
Nah, not really. I mean, it's fine, but it just wasn't. I was actually in a way more comfortable because you know how barongs are kind of itchy and. Excuse me.
I have no problem with barong.
I mean, it's like for some people, it's just the fabric isn't as soft.
Wear a good undershirt then.
Yeah, I know, but I was comfortable in my Cuban shirt, but again, all the other issues kind of overshadowed that. I'll get it. I'm gonna actually look it up now.
Barong is a perfect shirt.
Dang. So do we have enough time to get? Do I have enough time to order it?
Yes. I'll look it up now.
What I'm saying is, what date is it now? Okay.
We got 2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks? Yeah.
It's not next week. I can tell you that.
Right. You're right. It is 2 weeks. Okay. That's true. Okay.
Barong Warehouse. Where is that? Barong Warehouse at barongwarehouse.com.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I believe they ship out. There's a U.S. version of the website, and there's a Philippine version of the website.
We talking about sizing?
No, as in.
Oh, where they're shipping from?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I guess we will take the U.S. website.
Right.
Here's your typical organza Barong Tagalog. $28.99.
Okay.
And then you got your what they call gusot mayaman in black.
Gusot mayaman.
$46.99. Gusot mayaman in white. That means wrinkled, right?
I know. That's what I'm trying to figure out why I would name.
I don't know.
What does mayaman mean?
I don't know.
Maybe it means like anti-wrinkle, or maybe that's why we're thinking the negative thing, but it's they know it won't happen.
You got your double collar Barong Tagalog, $75. Got your green, you got your blue. So yeah, there's several different ones.
If I can get it in time, I'll go there. I'll definitely do it. I mean, I said the only reason I really went with the Amazon thing because it was like 2-day shipping. It was a Prime thing, and I didn't have to add anything onto it because it was expensive enough. Huh.
You got your different styles. You know, styles of Barongs change over the years.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's classics, and then there's new ones. So, shipping FAQ: how long does express shipping take in the U.S.? If you're in California, it takes 1 day.
They just walk up to
For other addresses in the U.S., it can take 1 to 3 business days. So there you go. If you're international, it takes 6 to 10 business days. But yeah.
Okay.
Barong Warehouse. I'm sure there might be other ones out there. That's what I know.
Right.
They have other apparel and songs.
Yeah.
Like mugs and mouse pads.
I was thinking. I just had a thought because it was like, yeah, should I go with the really nice one, or just go with it? But it's a black tie event, so I have to go a little higher than that. Right.
It's a barong already. It's already casual.
They're casual barongs.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking there's higher level barongs, like something you'd wear in a wedding, right? So you gotta get the right barong.
To me, a barong is a barong.
I don't know. There's some barongs like that look like the really kind of casual Cuban shirts that people wear sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know there's different styles, and I know that there are ones that are worth more than others.
Right. So you're saying that any barong would be considered formal.
For this party we're going to, yeah.
She said black tie-ish. Like,
yeah, you're not going to wear a tuxedo.
No.
If you're wearing a suit. No, you just wear a cheap suit, right?
Right. Not cheap suit.
There's nothing wrong with wearing a cheap suit.
I was going to say inexpensive, not a cheap suit. Not like there's a.
So there's nothing wrong with wearing a cheap barong.
Inexpensive barong. I don't know. The words matter to me, okay, when it comes to that. When you say cheap suit, I'm like, I don't know. but I will definitely get one. I'll have to do some more shopping.
So you're saying you got an inexpensive, good suit?
I got an inexpensive Cuban version of a Filipino thing. Oh wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking about what I have now?
No, what I'm saying, cheap suit. You're offended by the word cheap suit, and you'd rather be inexpensive suits,
right? Or budget minded
because of the connotation of cheap suit being bad.
Like, yeah, like you get something like a Kmart.
No, it's a cheap suit's a cheap suit. I got a cheap suit from Macy's. I'll tell you that. I got me a cheap suit from Macy's.
Macy's is fine.
Yeah, I got a cheap suit from Macy's.
But when you say cheap suit to me, it sounds like I don't know.
Because it is a cheap suit. I'll admit it. My suits ain't top quality.
We're not talking Armani. I know.
I'm not getting no $3,000 suits. I don't have no $3,000 suits in my closet.
Yeah.
All my suits are cheap. None of my suits are over $500. Let me just say that. So all my suits are cheap.
Okay.
And I'm not ashamed to say that because I ain't trying to bling bling out there with my.
Do people still say bling bling?
I know you understand it. That's why I'm saying it to you.
I understand that. Wait, you're trying to talk. I don't even know how to put it. You use outdated slang in my direction because you assume.
Because it's what you would understand.
I wouldn't use it. I understand the bling bling term is pretty much dead unless you're like.
There's nothing wrong with it.
All right.
We're bringing it back.
Are we really bringing it back?
Yeah.
Didn't we have a friend who wanted to bring back the term illin at one point? Did he ever succeed with bringing that back?
Obviously not.
See, so I don't think we're going to be able to bring back bling bling.
Well, he didn't do it enough.
So we're going to start using it more and more. Bling bling. Okay. We'll see how that works out. So would you wear a jet black barong? It sort of defeats the purpose of being less heat absorbent, but
it's still sheer, isn't it? It's still like
I just saw one of the ones in the featured part of the page.
Yeah, I don't have one, but yeah, I don't see why not. It's unique. I like being unique. That's one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And a black barong is unique. So yeah,
okay.
I'd wear one. I don't have one, but I'd wear one.
Okay.
So,
what's the most out there barong that you have that you would say like?
Probably the blue or the green one.
With one of the faded things.
Yeah, and it's got all these fancy things on it.
Oh, okay.
Fancy patterns. But yeah, most people that I know don't care what it looks like.
They don't care what it looks like.
No, like I said, they see a barong, they think it's a barong.
Do we need to explain what a barong is for some people?
No.
Okay,
if you're listening to this podcast and you don't know, then I don't know why you're listening.
I mean, I don't know. We've explained like others more.
You explain stuff. I don't explain nothing.
What? Is that true?
Yes, all the time.
Really? Oh, I thought we both like explain stuff. I didn't think it was just.
I'll explain stuff if it's like a story we're talking about that you need to know backstory for.
Right.
But I'm not going to explain what a barong is. No. Did I explain what sipon was earlier? No.
No, you didn't. That's true. Do we need to explain?
No.
I'm just kidding. I know. Yeah.
It's what you do.
When you're sick, or what I
No,
do?
it's what you do, Sterno.
Explain stuff?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, aren't we assuming there's some people that listen to our show that aren't Filipino, of Filipino descent or Filipino heritage, or you know?
And I'm assuming those people are smart enough to get what it is by the context of what we're talking about, or the fact that they get enough Filipino in their life that they're listening to us that they know what a simple thing.
Or
like
if
a
they don't know,
is.
they can just Google it. Okay, I'm fine. I'll leave it there.
Barack Obama wore a barong once, and that I believe is enough for the people for our listeners to know what a barong is.
He wasn't the first president to do.
No,
that.
He wasn't. But I'm just saying
I
he
think
did.
It might have been Clinton or something.
Yes, I want to say Jimmy Carter might have also, but I don't remember.
I mean, now I'm curious.
I don't know. What are you going to Google?
First president where we're wrong.
Presidents who have worn barongs. Or I want to see if it comes up with anything.
Oh, first U.S. president. I should do that to narrow it down.
Why are you getting like
Philippine president?
I'm sure all of them have worn barongs. U.S. President Trump wore a barong.
I know, it came up with mine too.
10 U.S. presidents who have visited the
You're
the
just a little
Philippines.
bit quicker with the scrolling than I am. I'm like right there too.
Okay. So, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think all of these presidents wore
No,
barongs.
they just
though.
had visited the Philippines and stuff. So
Yeah. Nixon, Reagan, Ford.
you're like scrolling at the same speed now because I'm looking at the same thing you're talking about. There's Bush wearing a barong, W wearing a barong, W. Yeah, they don't show everybody else wearing barongs.
Here, Barong Warehouse, the website that we were just talking about. They have a article.
Right.
The famous non-Filipinos who have worn barongs.
Right.
There's 5 that they listed. Number 1, Quentin Tarantino.
Ooh.
American film director, screenwriter, cinematographer, producer.
Nice.
Number 4. Oh, that's a cheap one. But world leaders at the APEC summit in 1996.
So just a generic.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are, but they're not Filipinos. I don't know any of them.
All right.
Number 3, Jeremy Renner. This was actually pretty popular when it happened like 2-3 years ago.
I'm looking at pictures of that right now.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. This is back when he filmed the Bourne Legacy. I think one of the Bourne movie he filmed in Manila.
Yeah.
This is he have you ever watched that movie? It's pretty awesome because it shows the traffic in the Manila, and then they're trying to get by and they're fighting in the streets and everything, and then he goes into a factory. And
did the other one come out with what's his name again? Matt Damon. Did
yeah.
Was it that? I mean, I heard that wasn't any good either. What?
It was better than Bourne Legacy. The Bourne Legacy sucked.
Oh,
I'm sorry to say. I mean, it happens in the Philippines.
What, are you blaming the Philippines for sucking?
The movie was bad.
Oh,
it's just plain bad.
all right.
The story made no sense. I don't. Jeremy Renner was okay.
So it wasn't his fault. Is what you're saying. Bad script.
But he was very pleasing of the Filipino people when he filmed it in the Philippines. Hence, he won the barong.
You mean he was complimenting them, or
yes?
Oh,
unlike some other actors who hated
the films. Wait, isn't that when your girls did that?
Yeah, Angela Chase. But we're not going to go to that.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Claire Danes.
Yeah, she's always Angela Chase to me.
Oh, I never watched My So-Called Life. Yeah. So to me,
she will always be Angela Chase to me.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Jordan Catalano will always be Jordan Catalano to me, not the guy who sings and is acting in all these other movies now.
Joker guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him.
Jared Leto.
He was always going to be Jordan Catalano. Rayanne is always going to be Rayanne.
Okay.
Number 2 famous person.
Ooh.
Number 2 and number 1. Number 2 is Barack Obama.
Ooh.
Number 1 is Bill Clinton. Now, do they rank these in a certain way?
I mean, was he the first?
I don't know. Maybe Clinton's number 1 because he was the first. But they do Clinton. They show. I'm seeing pictures of these. Clinton has a different style than Barack.
Wow, shocker. No way.
Yeah. So that's on Barong Warehouse's website, the article they have. World famous celebrities wearing barong. So yeah. Obviously other people know what barongs are.
Okay. All right.
Barong Tagalogs. Barong Tagalog is more commonly known as simply a barong, and occasionally called baro. This is Wikipedia.
Baro?
Yeah.
Never heard that one.
Neither have I. Who the hell calls it baro?
I know.
Maybe it's slang. You know how that you might shorten something instead of saying barong, you say baro.
So everybody in the
maybe it's baro.
Everybody in the Philippines is like, yeah, of course. And we're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably like, to make it easier to say, just take off the last 2 letters.
Because
because barong is too hard to say.
The extra syllable just kind of
speeds it up.
Actually, no,
it's not even. You're not even removing a syllable.
No, you're just moving.
You're just removing the end.
Yeah.
It's baro.
Baro. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see, history. Even before the Spanish era, the Tagalogs of Luzon were a forerunner of the Barong Tagalog, called the Baro. Maybe that's why.
Oh, there you go.
Earliest references to the Baro was in was in the historical account of Mai, a pre-colonial ancient sovereign state in the Philippines believed to have been in the island of Mindoro. But recent scholarship suggests that it's more close to Laguna. This is weird. The Filipinos wore a sleeve doublet of rough cotton called the kanga, reaching slightly below the waist. It was collarless, had an opening from the front. Doublets indicated the social status badge and courage of a man. Red was for the chiefs, and the braided black and white was for the citizens. Spanish colonial era history, like other traditional clothes, the style of Barong Tagalog and accessories worn spoke with status of a person wearing it. Men of middle or upper class would wear it with their leather shoes and bowler hats. The ilustrados wore abaca made barol with plain collars, half chest, open, pleated back. It was originally worn alone. Later, it became customary to wear it over another shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Lower class wore camisa de chino with loose pants and slippers. All right, now there's an unsubstantiated legend.
Still on Barong Warehouse?
No, I'm on Wikipedia.
Okay.
I'm actually there's a legend that I thought was the history of the Barong. But I was looking for it, and all of a sudden here it is.
Okay.
It's unsubstantiated legend that the Spanish colonizers forced the natives to wear their barol with their shirt tails hanging out to distinguish them from the ruling class. It's translucent fabric, allegedly showing that the wearer was not concealing any weapons underneath.
I knew that part.
But they're saying this is no historical basis for this, so this could just be legend.
Oh,
but that's the rumor I've heard also, that the Spanish made the Filipinos wear barongs, so they would not be seen wearing dives under their shirts.
Yeah, sure. I mean, our friend Brendan Vera was actually giving that same speech at on a Filipino show that we were watching some YouTube videos of.
Yeah, I've heard it on the Joe Coy show also.
Yeah.
But yeah, they talked about how, it's legend, which may or may not be true.
Huh.
But it's a nice story to tell.
It is. It makes sense. It also makes sense. It's freaking hot, so they just have a nice thing that happened to be sheer. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, there's legend that says that Spanish made the Filipinos wear barongs so they could distinguish distinguish them from the ruling class and see if they're not carrying weapons.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was just pure fact.
So yeah, before people think that is true or not, it could be true.
And it could just be legend.
You know, the story of Pocahontas is false. It's fake also.
When the movie came out, I remember seeing all these these people saying, "No, that's not right. She's way younger," and
she never saved his life either.
Yeah, all this stuff that they just added in there.
I mean, we know this because I know this because we live in the area,
right,
with Pocahontas and John Smith in the United States. So I actually know a lot about Pocahontas, and I've actually never seen the Disney movie. What? I've never seen the Disney movie.
You know what's funny? I actually have a framed poster of Pocahontas in my garage. And it's not because I bought it; it was given to me. But if I died yesterday and people were going through my garage, they were like, "Oh, he was a big Pocahontas fan." I'm like, ah.
I've never seen it. But one thing, we were already old when the movie came out, but
so
I was never. Yeah, I know so much about the history of Pocahontas. I knew it was all going to be wrong and Disney-fied, and I just didn't care.
Yeah, she was based. I remember she's way like sexualized in that.
Yeah, she's overly sexualized, and she was a kid, and she never saved John Smith's life by putting her head down or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot. I don't even remember the movie, honestly. It was one of the ones I saw. Okay, I saw it. That's good. Moving on. So yeah.
Yep. Chief Powhatan.
Wait, why do we get on Pocahontas?
Because I'm talking about false legend.
Oh, okay. So I was like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. Was Robin Hood real? Did he really steal from the rich? And give
there's like 5 Robin Hood movies coming out like in the next few years.
Seriously?
I don't know the difference between any of them. I've also never seen the Kevin Costner Robin Hood movie either.
Oh, I watched that one. It was
that one, yeah.
It was kind of bad, so bad it was good. One of those kind of movies to me,
I know a lot of girls love it. It's you know.
Well, got that one that love song.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's actually the reason I never watched it. I hate that song. Anything I do it for you.
I think I
hate it.
I think I watched it with my group of friends that happen to be mostly girls.
Yeah, a lot of the girls went out on dates. I said I'm not taking to see that movie.
Sure. Right.
I want to see that. So I never got.
We've seen movies just because girls wanted to see them.
I know, but Robin Hood's where I draw the line.
What was that one Freddie Prinze movie with what's her name? Down to You, right? Is that the one where what's her name from the dance?
Julia Stiles.
Yeah. I was never gonna watch that movie, but we were hanging out with those girls and we had to go watch it, basically, right? If I remember correctly.
That actually I didn't mind. Those it's like a teeny bopper. It's a romantic comedy, teeny bopper romantic comedy. I don't mind that.
Have you seen The Notebook? I haven't seen The Notebook. People, I mean, I every now and then.
Yes, I saw The Notebook and I hate it.
Every now and then I'm talking to a girl and for some reason it comes up in conversation. They're like, "What? You haven't seen The Notebook?"
I didn't see it in the theater. Let me just say that. I saw it.
Okay.
I rented it like later on.
Oh, so you intentionally rent? I mean,
this was at a time when I had a punch card at not Blockbuster,
Errol's,
either Hollywood Video or one of these local places. Yeah,
the Philippine place.
Yeah, there's a couple local video stores, and you get a punch card.
Uh-huh.
So basically, every week I get a free movie, and I remember I used it on The Notebook.
All right.
You know, I watch. You know, I watch movies just to rent stuff.
Did you watch My Best Friend's Wedding?
Yes.
That's another one where I told a girl that and she just got freaking out.
Oh man, I love My Best Friend's Wedding. I love it. It's hilarious.
Is it?
It's so funny. Oh. Yes. With what's her name?
Isn't that Julie Roberts?
Julie Roberts and the other girl.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, Cameron Diaz. She's funny in it.
Who's funny?
Cameron Diaz and Julia Roberts.
Okay.
They're both funny in it.
I just never saw it.
Karaoke scene.
And it's one of the things I told one of my girlfriends, and she was just like, "What?" She freaked out. Like, "I've got it. I'm gonna bring the movie over. We're gonna have to get you to see that." I'm like,
I'll go for romantic comedies. Robin Hood wasn't a romantic comedy.
Nah, it was just
The Notebook wasn't a romantic comedy, but I watched it. I hated it. I saw there's a twist in the movie. I see 5 minutes in the movie. I'm like, oh, there's the twist.
I hate that.
I'm like, it's so obvious. Are you gonna tell me this isn't gonna happen? And it happens. I'm like, man, this is lame. And it's a Ryan Gosling movie. And you know,
didn't that break your theory that he doesn't make bad movies? I don't know why I'm happy about it, but I'm just you had a theory that he doesn't make bad movies.
I have a theory that he's been making good movies lately.
No, that's not what you said before.
No. He makes good movies now.
Now?
Oh. Yes.
So starting from what year would you say? Like,
I'll say anything after The Notebook.
Everything
because he's made a ton of movies before The Notebook were bad.
I have no idea what he's made before The Notebook.
But he was in Remember the Titans. But I'm not saying that's bad, but he was bad in it. I'll tell you that.
He was?
Yes. He was the wide receiver, the white wide receiver who took Petey's job.
He wasn't the black wide receiver. You had to specify.
He was sort of racist at the beginning, and at the end, he's sort of not racist. In fact, he tells Petey, "Hey, you're better than me. You go in."
Okay.
Petey, who is Donald Faison.
Right.
He says, who's benched because he talked against the coach. And
right.
Then Ryan Gosling goes to the coach, say, "Hey, put Petey in because he's better than me. We're going to lose if I'm in the game." Coach says, "If you want him in, you give him your spot." And he goes into Petey, says, "You get in, Petey." and then Ryan Gosling's on the side clapping along because he just gave away his job to a black guy.
I watched Remember the Titans, but I don't remember that much from it. Like details. I mean, I understand the general stuff.
Yeah, well, I just gave you what happened.
I know. So. Like I'm like, wow, he's really going into detail about the scene, but it must have made a bigger impact than it did on me.
Again, that's another movie that's so sensationalized. It's nothing like what happened in real life.
That didn't happen in real life?
Well,
okay, wait. Tell me Rudy was not sensationalized too much. How badly was
I don't know the true story about Rudy.
Okay.
I mean, I know there's a lot that I don't know about if the team really went into the coach's locker room and put their shirts down, saying, "Hey, let Rudy play." I don't know if that really happened.
Okay.
But again, remember the Titans actually sort of happened in Virginia. I don't know if you know that.
Oh.
T.C. Williams High School.
Okay.
Is in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And it did have a race thing going on back in the 60s.
Really? In the 60s, there's a race thing going on?
Yeah. So, yeah, they did merge black students with white students.
Okay.
And the team, I do believe, went undefeated. But there was no, the drama and all that stuff, I don't know if that really happened.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a player really got into a car accident. And I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of the players are real life people.
Right.
So
they had that stuff at the end, you know.
Yeah, at the end of the movie where it says this person is now a janitor.
Yeah.
This person has, quit football and is now a real estate investor.
He owned his own construction company or something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it does say this person died 2 years later. And
I was just like, oh. Yeah.
But the roles in the movie, I think, might have been different.
Okay.
So, yeah. Like I said, I know a lot about it because I actually followed the story of the T.C. Williams football team, but it was very dramatized in the movie. So,
yeah. Started with Barong, then we end up with Remember the Titans.
Because of Ryan Gosling. All right. Yeah, Barongs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going to tell the story, though. I will still happily tell the story.
I was about to tell that story to my nephews last night.
Do it.
Because they didn't, they're like, I don't want to wear Barongs. Would you know what these Barongs are?
Yeah.
I was about to, but somebody interrupted me. And I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Happily tell the story. I mean, it's a good story.
Yeah, it is a good story.
That could be true.
It's about the man keeping us down, but it was a Spanish man. So I don't know if that counts the same way.
But stop telling the story about Pocahontas.
I've never told a story about Pocahontas. It's not like I cared about Pocahontas. The only time Pocahontas has come up is when Trump has been criticizing Elizabeth Warren. That's the only time it comes up in my life right now on the radar. Oh, Pocahontas. Actually, I forgot what happened. I just remember she's there. That's pretty much it. And the thing about the colors of the wind.
Here's another disputed theory about the Barong Tagalog.
What?
This one actually relates to you.
No.
Disputed theory.
No. What is it? I need to know.
Straight from Wikipedia. Okay. Another disputed theory is whether the Barong Tagalog was a local adaptation or precursor to the Gayabera, the popular Filipino shirt in Latin American communities, aka Cuba. According to those who claim that the Barong is a precursor to the Gayabera shirt was originally called the Filipina.
Oh, well, there you go.
Since Manila Acapulco galleons bought the shirt to Mexico from the Philippines. So, yeah.
So, I got the next generation of formal, like, I don't know.
It's a disputed theory.
Okay. Well, we're going to tell about the weapons. Why don't we just go ahead. Just go all in. Why not? And these Cubans, they stole it. No.
Yeah, that the Manila Acapulco galleons brought the shirt to Mexico from the Philippines. So it's another possible story that your Cuban shirt actually is a descendant of the Barong.
I did the search and it came up, so it looked close enough to me. I'm like, all right, that'll work. So there you go.
All right, let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Sure. This is the part of our podcast where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. As we've said before, and we will continue to say that we are not an informational, educational type podcast. So take anything we say with a grain of salt and don't ever use us as a reference. We're just kind of sharing what we know, or some of it may be legend. Who knows? So if you want to use what we say here, do it like to share some culture with your friends. Or maybe you'll hear one of your Filipino friends use these words and you'll know what they're talking about. Do you have a word, Boogie?
We'll go with camiseta.
Camiseta.
Or camisa. Let's go with camiseta.
Camiseta, okay.
Camiseta. Merong ang camisetas.
Sister, no. What are you going to do?
Merong ang kamiseta para ang barong. Um, I don't know.
I want to say sí. Yo tengo camiseta, which is Spanish. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Camiseta, which is t-shirt.
So let's make sort of undershirt, but shirt.
Yeah.
Camisa could be shirt.
Right.
Camiseta is more
t-shirt.
More of a undershirt.
Right.
Shirt. But yeah, camiseta.
Camiseta. So let's make camiseta our word of the day. Camiseta.
Camiseta.
Yeah. Have you ever worn like a shirt with a pattern underneath, like Barong? Like
no.
It looks bad.
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I always
every now and then you see somebody that didn't realize or just forget.
Well, I have a lot of shirts that I think are white shirts, and I noticed, after I put my Barong on, I'll notice that on the little left-hand corner it says Tommy Hilfiger,
yeah.
or I didn't notice there was a pattern on the back of my shirt. So yeah, so I actually have a drawer full of shirts just to wear with Barong.
Plain white tees.
Yeah,
basically. Okay.
Well, I actually have Barong shirts made for Barongs.
Wait, what different from just a regular t-shirt?
Yes, there are shirts made for Barongs.
I mean, what's the big difference? Just in short.
They're not your typical Hanes t-shirts, I can tell you that.
Thicker,
thinner? The collars are different, as in not V-neck, but not exactly round.
That came up last night. I wore one that was way too crew neck, and I was like,
yes,
I had to button it all the way up because it looked wrong. So my brother's like, why? I'm like, it doesn't look right. It's not. I should have got a V-neck, or I should have just got a, different shirt.
Yes, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, because if it looks wrong, just button it all the way up because it's just that's the best you can do.
Yeah, certain shirts don't look right with the Barong. So. I mean, yeah, you can wear your typical Fruit of the Loom, Hanes. But yeah, it has to be the neck matters.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to get into that.
I think we're done with that. Yeah, I agree.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesinigang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Find us on Facebook on facebook.com/Sini-Gang. And look for our videos on YouTube. Do a search for our URL, www.sini-gang.com. And that should take you to our videos. And if you happen to go to one, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, and make us feel really good. So until next time, this is Sterno Supernova.
And this is l-boogy, the Elemental One, saying thanks for listening and sige na.
Good.
Okay,
everybody. Thanks for watching this recording session. Please take care and tune in for our next episode.